this is Sam P. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. So if you're not subscribed yet, I invite you to subscribe. And if you're subscribed yet, thank you all so much for the love and the support that you've been showing me so far in my beginner YouTube journey. We'll be talking about the Tinder Swindler lesson learned. What did we learn from that crazy as documentary story that Netflix blessed us with? The first lesson learned is that time when dating is very important. I felt that both Cecilia and Pernilla jumped headfirst in the relationship, especially Cecilia, because as you know, Pernilla told us that they were only friends. But I personally don't believe it. Let me know what you think, because I am not going to lend $30,000 I really need, not $30,000 spare money, $30,000 I really need to a friend. Cecilia just jumped right straight into the relationship. She didn't give it any time. She didn't give herself enough time to get to know him. And I felt that if she did give herself time and she tried to simmer down on the excitement, she probably would have been able to catch some of the many red flags that Mr. Simon showed. She was in that worldwide romance, right? First date was supposed to be a simple coffee date, became a trip on a private plane to a new country. I mean, it is definitely overwhelming, especially for if you didn't grow up that way or if you've never been in a private plane. I understand the overwhelming, but a part of me is like, you just met this guy. He could have been the killer. My theory is because, as she mentioned at the beginning of the show, she's big into the fairy tale. She grew up on that. We were raised to wait for that. We were raised to believe that there is that special man out there that has all of the qualities that we're looking for and that's going to sweep us off our feet. And then with the media, we've seen stories like that with Prince Harry and Meghan. The second lesson learned, and money is just, I don't care how you look, where you're from, the color of your skin, money is an international language. And Simon was floating it. Simon was floating money we all now know that he didn't have. That she was so impressed with the money that she let her guard down. A lot of those ladies let their guards down because of the money, and also because they wanted to be in a relationship so bad and felt that they were so special that was it. The third lesson, to try to be inquisitive in all action, in all situation, and always have a questioning mind. The reason why I'm saying that is because those ladies were so impressed with what they saw that there were a lot of clues that they missed out because they just wanted to believe what they wanted to believe. You've been dating this man for a month and he's asking you for $24,000. First of all, if you do not have $24,000 to lend and you need to take a credit for that, that is a red flag. Second of all, why would a millionaire from a rich family not go to their family first and see if they can obtain that money? Why not go to those of them that they've known longer than you? Or were those questions asked? I doubt that the way Simon and his team set up the situation, that they had any time to discuss that with the ladies. But those are the type of questions that I think that every woman should ask themselves. Why would, after a month of dating you, I would talk money like that? Why would you give husband behavior to a boyfriend, especially to a boyfriend you've been dating for a month? All the questions that I think every woman should ask themselves, because once again, in that situation, we're not talking $500. First of all, we're talking about money you do not have. So if you do not have the money and you are thinking about, and you need to borrow it and at probably very high interest rates, why don't you just tell him you don't have it? You know, yes, he was in danger, but you had to go through extremes. And at the beginning, here's the thing, I'm going to give them grace. At the beginning, it happened, but Cecilia, why not stop doing certain things when you realize that you were doing things that were outside of the law? For example, having to travel with $25,000 in cash. What if you've lost that money? What would you have done? Letting him add you in his company and getting a salary of $94,000 a month. Why is that something that was accepted? That show really shows us the power of the mind, and it shows us that money really changes things, which a lot of people know that. We all know that, right? But it's very amazing to see how far some people can go because they believe that someone has everything that they want and they want to be attached to that person. And I also think that it is very dangerous because they wanted what they wanted and nothing mattered. Nothing mattered. Notice that the three ladies were from like East Europe, in countries like such as Norway, Sweden, Netherlands, which are countries where people are usually very happy. They have a very good economy. The people there are really happy in general, and they're brought up a certain way. And I'm wondering if the way some of those ladies were brought up is the reason why they were so naive to a lot of things that the man did. Because the way I was brought up, and I know a lot of people I know were brought up, we were brought up to be very careful when it comes to money. Especially for if you're like a Black woman or African woman of African descent, a lot of our parents tells us that, you know, whenever you're dating someone, money is important, but it shouldn't even be talked about at the beginning of the relationship, at the beginning of the courting, the dating part. That money shouldn't really be, you know, entering the chat that way, especially when it comes to exchanging money, you know, having access to the money, borrowing money. That's always been a no-no. Be careful, you know, be careful with the money. Be careful of those guys out there on the internet. They're trying to take your money. I feel like if you were brought up a certain way, parents usually kind of tell you not to do certain things and to be very careful, which leads a lot of us to grow up that way and really be worried about those men that would come and offer to give you money just like that, or very fast in the very early on the relationship. A lot of us have been taught to be wary of that. While on the contrary, I think that people in certain countries, they were raised so naive, and they were raised to be so naive because they were raised in environments that are pretty safe in general. So I'm wondering if that is the reason, if it is one of the reasons why those ladies were so easily swayed. Let me know what you know in the comment. I did hear that it didn't only go to like those countries. It went to the US. He did it in a lot of different places. But in this specific show, we have noted that all three ladies are from, you know, Eastern Europe. Yeah, let me know what you think. And then lastly, show in itself is a lesson. I hope that ladies and gentlemen, but mostly ladies, this show is going to be preventative. I hope that it's going to be informative, and I hope that it's going to help you what to look for, especially for ladies that are very active in dating sites. This question that needs to be asked, you know, what would a millionaire look for love in a dating site? Millionaires have, one thing that millionaires have is convenience. One thing that millionaires have is money that everybody else wants. People want to be around millionaires. People want to be around people that have money. Why would a millionaire feel so lonely that he would need to go on a dating site? I feel like this should have been the number one question, you know, because there's a difference between Instagram, Twitter, and Tinder. Tinder is specific for dating. So the question is, this handsome man that has everything going on for himself, why does he need to go to Tinder to find love? I thought that show was preventive. If you didn't know, now you know. I know there's a lot of naive people out there, but if you didn't know, now you know. Go on Netflix. We're all watching Netflix. This show is hot right now. This was my thoughts. Those are the lessons that I learned. Let me know in the comments what are the lessons that you learned, and let's discuss. Yeah, guys, that's it for today. Let me know what you think in the comment. Please like and subscribe. If you have not subscribed yet, I invite you to do that. I will be doing a lot more of contents like that, and I'm planning on adding more into the lifestyle category, especially home decor, maybe some vlogs, get ready with me, fashion, everything that is interesting me, I'm going to try to share with you all. So yeah, guys, thank you all so much, and see you next time. Bye.